The Minnesota Vikings did exceedingly well in undrafted free agency as the Vikings brought aboard Army edge rusher Andre Carter II, as well as Cincinnati spark plug. I love him, man. Linebacker Ivan Pace Jr. and the Vikings got the damn thing done. And a lot of draft people did think that Carter could have been a day 2 selection. There was even some first round hype after his monster junior season. Didn't really follow it up with a strong 2022. And Ivan Pace Jr., if he was 6'1" and a little bit heavier, he would have been a day 2 pick, maybe even a first round guy with his production that he put up at Cincinnati. But didn't happen. But the Vikings are certainly happy to get them after the draft ended. And Pro Football Focus, yes, they released their 2023 NFL Draft ranking the 10 best UDFA signings. And anytime we have a chance to use the Jan Maas meme, PFF, but I did not make any mistakes. Only you played poorly. Fantastic. I don't know why Jan Maas, who's Dutch, sounds Jamaican. Doesn't matter. But they hyped up the 2 Vikings UDFAs as their top 2 selections. Ivan Pace Jr., Vikings, PFF Big Board ranking 113. Really good at reading. Pace was the highest graded linebacker in the FBS last season, earning a 93.2 overall grade. Is that good? Seems good. Which include a 90.7 run defense grade 3rd and a 93.3 pass rushing grade 1st. That led to 55 pressures and 12 sacks, both the most among linebackers. Pace was one of the smaller linebackers in the draft, 5'10 and 231, and only scored a 5.71 relative athletic score, RAS. RAS again. But his on-field quickness and blitzing ability should allow for a perfect fit in Brian Flores' defense. Hard agree. Absolutely hard agree. And I'm really fired up for Ivan Pace Jr., even though they're making him wear number 40, which I don't know. 0 would have looked cold as ice. Davenport, I understand seniority and dibs and that stuff, but I don't know, man. But I'm super fired up for Ivan Pace Jr., where, yeah, our RAS and testing numbers and all that stuff is important, but at the end of the day, can you play football? Like, can you measure someone's hat? And Ivan Pace Jr. plays with all the heart in the world. I think that he is going to be a quick fan favorite. He's going to star on special teams. I think eventually he's going to work his way into the starting lineup. I'm not going to bet against this kid. Was just an absolute monster last season. 136 tackles, 9 sacks, 55 pressures, like I mentioned. If you're going to bet against Ivan Pace Jr., you're going to go broke. And looking at the Vikings linebacker room right now for off-balls, Asamoah is slated in to be a starter in year 2. Jordan Hicks is back as sort of the leader. He's going to win the green dot, probably going to be a team captain this year. And then the rest of them, I don't know, like Troy Reeder, the veteran, is coming over from the Chargers and formerly of the Rams. He could get some run. Troy Dye, special team star. Win Kwenku, the UDFA last year out of Temple. They like hanging around, and they got Boplin and Huber in as UDFAs, but there's different levels of UDFAs. So Ivan Pace Jr. has a pretty clear path to playing time. And since Flores does like rotating linebackers as well as he really loves blitzing linebackers, look at Jerome Baker, look at Kyle Van Noy, I think the Pace Jr. could make a splash a lot sooner than people think. And then, back to Jan Maas. Then for Andre Carter II, PFF Big Board ranking 121. The Vikings strike again, grabbing the 6'7", 260-pound Cada, who earned a 93.4 pass rush grade in 2021 with Army, which tied Aiden Hutchinson for the best in the FBS among edge defenders. Is Aiden Hutchinson good? I don't know. Was he drafted high? I can't remember. Getting old. In 2022, Carter could not build on his elite 2021 season, which also saw him post 59 pressures and 15 sacks, but he still earned strong pass rush marks, 82.1, and has the size and length to make him worth investing as a project edge rusher. And the Vikings obviously see him more than just a project, where they broke the bank. They spend the most in UDFA free agency so far this offseason, giving him $340,000 guaranteed, which is multiple times more than some of the 7th rounders got. It's equivalent to top end of the 5th round in terms of guarantees. And Carter, like they pointed out, had a monster 2021 season, was unable to expand upon it, didn't test the greatest, did not show well at the Senior Bowl against elite competition, but traits-wise, certainly has it, as well as tape-wise. Like, he does have a nose for getting to the quarterback. He does need to add more to the pass rush repertoire. He does need to rush with more of a plan, but that's where coaching comes in. That's where Mike Smith, the outside linebackers coach, come in. That's where veterans come in. So Andre Carter II, the great thing about Carter is that if he had gone somewhere as a first-round pick or a day 2 selection, he would be expected to contribute right away, and that's not him. That's not him right now, where Yeah, I've said it before. I think that, well, given his guarantee, it's likely that he makes a 53-man roster, but it's probably not. It's probably unlikely that he's going to contribute, much like Luigi Villain last year as a UDFA, who made the 53-man roster, didn't really get the time of day on defense. But I think that he's a guy that, if he's in the rotation by 2025, I think that's a win. I think he needs a year, maybe two, to really tear down and rebuild himself as a professional. And, for looking past the future, who knows what happens with Daniil? Davenport's on a one-year deal. Za'Darius is probably gone this offseason. Patrick Jones II is in year 3. Wanham's in a contract year. Who knows with Villain? So, the future of the Vikings edge rushers, especially if they stick with the 3-4, which Carter is tailor-made to be the outside linebacker for, it's certainly up in the air. But overall, the Vikings certainly got 2 good ones in undrafted free agency. Ivan Pace Jr., Andre Carr II, and Pro Football Focus agrees. Let us know your thoughts on our thoughts. Vikings landing PFF's top 2 UDFAs. Let us know down below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo, as well as check out the Purple for the merch at the store, purplefdw.net. But until next time, Skol, production value.